Hi, this is Ravi from the Nifty BN channel. In this video, we will discuss the technical outlook of the Nifty 50 index using option chain analysis, Fibonacci retracement, support and resistance zones, and trend lines. We are looking at the 15-minute chart of the Nifty 50 index. Nifty has been trading in a box range formation for the past few days. The bottom of the box is at about 10,700 and the top of the box is at about 10,850. So look for a breakout either at the bottom or at the top and take positions accordingly. That is, you might want to take a sell position if there is a breakout at the bottom and a buy position if there is a breakout at the top. Remember to wait for a candle to form and hold before taking a position. Alternatively, you can also take positions when there is a retest, as following a breakout, there is usually a retest. Also, there is a big gap support at the levels 10,600 and 10,700, a zone that provided strong support on at least three previous occasions. Now let's switch to the daily chart. Nifty has posted a doji candle on the daily chart on Friday, which is a sign of the indecisiveness within the market participants. If we draw a Fibonacci level from the top at the 12430.4 level to the bottom at the 7511.10 level, the 61.8% retracement level comes around 10551.29. The index has already crossed its 61.8% retracement mark, placed at the 10551.29 level. The next logical level will come in at the 78.6% retracement mark, placed at the 11377.75 for the index. Also, if we draw a Fibonacci level from the bottom at the 10,194.5 level to the top at the 10,847.85 level, the 38.2% retracement level comes around 10,598.27. So a confluence of these two levels might also act as a strong support. Also, as we discussed last week, if we draw a rising support trend line by connecting all the swing lows and a rising resistance trend line by connecting all the swing highs, you can see that the Nifty index formed a rising wedge pattern on the daily chart. This pattern is still intact. You might want to take a sell position if there is a breakout from the rising support trend line, and a buy position if there is a breakout from the rising resistance trend line. As always, I recommend the low risk bullish installment collar strategy for those who wish to go long, and the bearish installment collar strategy for those who wish to go short. You will find a link to the video in the description. Now, let's look at one of the common mistakes made by beginners when they start trading options. On the other side of the video, we will look at the option chain analysis. Mistake 1. Selling naked options. Selling naked or uncovered options can be attractive when considering the number of potential winning trades versus losing trades. But the main problem with selling naked options is that there is unlimited risk if the underlying asset experiences an adverse move or a big gap up or gap down opening. Buying options means limited risk up to the premium paid and unlimited return potential should the underlying make a significant move. On the other hand, selling options means unlimited risk potential and limited returns up to the premium received. Just because the professionals are selling naked options and making big money doesn't mean you have to do it. You have to understand that they have the expertise you lack to quickly and efficiently mitigate any potential damage. Unlike buying options that you can almost set and forget, selling options require close monitoring. Also, buying an option requires just the premium amount, but selling an option requires span plus exposure margin and varies based on the moneyness of the option. That is, the margin required for selling a near to the money option would be much more than the margin required for selling an out of the money option. So, where can one find an option chain? Although there are several sources, I will point you to one important source. Point your browser to nseindia.com. Roll over the text Live Market and click on Equity Derivatives. While on the Equity Derivatives page, click on Option Chain link on the right. Once on the Option Chain page, select 30th July 2020 from the expiry date drop-down menu. Scroll down to see all standardized options available for the selected expiry date. Now let's look at the option chain of June 30th monthly expiry. On the put side, it is evident that maximum open interest stood at 10,000, followed by 9,000, followed by 9,500, and followed by 10,500 levels. While on the call side, maximum open interest was at 11,500, followed by 11,000, and followed by 11,200 levels. For identifying strikes where there was significant option writing, we have to skip at the money strikes and identify those strikes with a positive change of open interest. It is evident that on the call side, there was significant writing at 11,500 and then 11,000 levels. And on the put side, significant writing was seen at 9,900 and then 10,500 and then 10,400 levels. For identifying strikes where there was significant option unwinding, we have to identify those strikes with a negative change of open interest. It is evident that on the call side, there was significant unwinding at 10,900 levels, and on the put side, significant unwinding was seen at 9,500 and then 10,700 levels. This indicates there is a potential resistance at 11,200, 11,500 levels and a potential support at 10,500, 10,000 levels. So the trading range can be between 10,400, 10,500 to 11,000, 11,200. According to me, the risk to reward ratio is more in favor of the bears than the bulls. Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.